Racist. Why can't everything go away?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up
Now
on a
I'm
day
playing
like
as a
another.
woman. What?
She arose, got
I'm
dressed,
playing as
gathered
Stanley
her
now.
belongings, and walked to her place
Whoa.
of work.
What?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the
What?
sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
What?
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect
pretty much
her
I died.
career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
She was the origami killer. What? Yeah, it's Rat Watch. You beep at that. Seriously, what? What just happened? Did Stanley die? From dreaming? That's it, I'm never going to sleep again.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Yeah. What? Hey, look, it's Stanley. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch out for my evil doppelganger twin. Is there gonna be somebody walk through there? Huh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'll go this way again. This time I'm not going the way that causes Stanley to die from dreaming. Oh.
Yet there was not a single person
get
here
fired.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Things, money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. What? No. Last time I did that, Stanley died.
Coming to a
Last time I did
staircase,
that, I
Stanley
died.
walked upstairs to his boss's
For a minute
office.
there, you know. Is this executive bathroom? I want to go in the executive bathroom. Close the door. Letting in the cold air. Is this it? No. Oh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't put, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What? This is some James Bond stuff right here. Sandbag, save me. Seriously, this is something to be like, you know, James Bond Evil Air thing. Huh. Looks like it's about to rain outside. Barrel, 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 barrel. Actually, I need a key. I broke my computer. It crashed.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt
I was gonna say, where'd the button go?
There was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Well, I don't
This
know.
question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay, why? This place is ominous.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Alright, I'll play along. Just a big black room. Is there like screens everywhere or something? The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Okay, then I was
What
right.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, there's a little bit of frames here.
Now the monitors jumped
Whoa.
to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Whoa.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Wow. Didn't expect this.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring
was that
job?
fired?
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Huh? Oh.
No.
Yeah.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
I'm actually
Wasn't
not
it?
even
Was it
religious.
even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
Atheist.
utterly blind to the world?
I have no religion. But anyway.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
What does this do?
would dismantle the controls once and for
What is this,
all.
just like a fancy circle or something? Okay, where do I go now? I have no idea where to go. Oh, facility power. See, this is why they need big, gigantic signs. 5! Mind control, idle, waiting input. Let's see what things on the sign say.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put...
What?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yep.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Control?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Alright.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
What?
How long until detonation then? Let's say...
There's some Resident Evil stuff right here.
Your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
Just throw some zombies at me.
Oh, this is
just be like,
what a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
Why you try to kill me?
To talk about you, about
I am just simple Russian man.
What all this means, I
Four.
Where to start.
I gotta press the 4 before I leave.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of silence before you're obliterated. Alright, I'm in a good mood.
Why?
Anyway, I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased
What?
them. I turned off the machine. I
What?
set it free. Of course, that was merely instance of the story.
What? Why you do this?
Tell it. I simply
Why you do this?
Office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Why you do
Other
this?
times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
What?
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you is quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
I don't,
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only
what did that button even do?
Left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These
Why you do this? Well, actually, thank you. 2. 1.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning...
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Yeah.
These number buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door.
What door?
Everything, anything, something here
what
will
door?
Save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
Why you...
One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this...
Why you do this? Where the door at? Where the door be at?
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
3.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. See you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control the world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
What?
So you can't.
No.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 20 seconds until a no ending here.
Why you do this? I didn't do nothing to you. I just wanted to control the world.
Let it go peacefully. Another choice.
Couldn't be any worse than Obama.
Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of the inevitable.
But how you gonna escape?
Until the moment I say.
Why you do this? Why you nuke me? Why? Yeah, if it's raining outside. But still, why you do that? What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is different. Oh. That's
when
different.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, I'm gonna do this again, and I'm gonna turn it off. Because apparently if I turn it on, then the narrator just completely obliterates you with a nuke.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm just going to my boss's office so I can smack him around. Ask him why everybody's missing.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Yeah.
Kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
What? It's like calming 80s music. Whatever, I like it. I can
Feeling
dig it.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Well, you have to... Well, actually, I don't really have a problem with them playing 80s music. That's what it sounds like, anyway. Hold on. Okay, what? Alright guys, I'll be back in a little bit, so I guess I'm gonna end the session here. See you later!